Welcome to the Amazing Couples Game Show. This is season 3, episode 1, and this is a new ACGS program.
Oh my God, you
Welcome
got it,
to
you
you.
got it, you got it.
And this is my co-host, Phyllis Hodges. How are you glad to be here?
Oh my
You had a
goodness.
vacation?
Oh, I had a vacation, you all. A whole month, the month of November. Yes, we chilled back, we prayed, we relaxed, and we loved on each other. It was so good. But we're back. We've been missing you all. But babe, I've been missing you on the show.
Well, I have not done that. I've been with you every day.
I know, but on the show, okay?
Yes.
Okay, we have something so special for this new season 3, baby. We have a couple that, oh, what can I say? Let's just bring them in and then I can explain. Okay? Let's bring them in. Let's do that. Again, welcome everybody. Welcome back to the new season of the, what is it, baby? What is it called?
It's called the ACGS.
Yes, Amazing Couples Game Show. We are using the acronyms. And the Johnsons, they're coming on. I am so grateful. This is good. This is good. This is going to be really good. They're coming on. And our internet is acting good tonight. Okay.
Don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it because it's looking good. It's coming on. Look
Hello.
at them. Hey,
Hello.
y'all.
Hello.
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Great.
Okay.
Welcome to the Amazing Couples Game Show. Look at them. I mean, baby, talking about newlyweds.
They got it.
How can we just go ahead and expose all of this goodness?
Sure.
How many days that they've been married?
15 days.
15 days. Oh my God. We never had a couple on this show that has been married 15 days. Now they must have a story.
I know they do.
They gotta have a story. Okay, baby. Introduce this couple to the world, baby.
This is Dellontae
Okay.
and Candace Johnson. They've been married for 15 days, and they're from Shelby Township, Michigan.
Baby, everything is different. I've never heard of Shelby Township, Michigan.
I have heard of it.
You've heard of it?
Yes.
It's in between what? I'm gonna quit
It's
as you.
past Chicago.
Oh, it's past
Now
Chicago.
that, yeah.
Well, we're gonna let them tell us a little bit about Michigan. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Now we just introduced 2 people.
We got somebody else there.
I see number 3. Come on. Hey, y'all, what's going on?
Nothing much. We got a fussy baby girl right here. Acting up. Yeah.
Ooh, you got a fussy, sleepy baby. Okay, I want you to introduce the baby. And since this is your first time on the Amazing Couples Game Show, we just want to welcome you all. And you all are looking kind of dapper there too. I mean, look, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you. We had to dress up because we knew you all was coming in here looking fly. Okay. Okay. So come on, Mr. and Mrs. Introduce yourselves to the world, please.
So I am Dellontae Johnson. You guys were kind of close with the name. This is Aria Johnson. And then we have Austin Johnson in the living room with his aunt. This is Candace Johnson, my wife.
Oh my goodness.
Shelby Township is about, I'll say 35 minutes or 40 minutes away from downtown Detroit. So it's a little drive. What else?
That's pretty much. I mean, it's like an hour or so from Lansing or
any of the big cities that you know we're kind of far from.
Okay, because honey, I've heard of Lansing and I've heard of Detroit, and now tonight I've been blessed to know about Shelby Township. Okay, now we're gonna put you on the spot. I gotta find out all about this now. When you all filled out the information card, Miss Johnson, rather, when you filled out the information card, you told me about the ages. So we're looking at young folks here. So now I told you we're gonna dig deep. We're gonna get real nosy in your business. Not too deep. Byron, he pulled my coattail. We can't get too deep. I said, I want to get real deep. Wait a minute. Now they just introduced a whole family.
Okay.
And then we just talked about 15 days of marriage. Come on, y'all, tell us what's going on. Do young folks do it like that? Y'all better tell us something. What's going on? 15 days?
Yeah. It was more so we were supposed to get married. We were gonna wait a year. We're supposed to get married next year.
Okay.
And we decided like we had so much money, like all our family members was giving us money. And when we were doing the math, we had like it was 19 to 20 grand for our wedding. And so we're like, he was talking to me and he's like, I think when is the next time we're gonna come across this type of money? He's like, I think we should get a house first. And I was like, that's smart, for our family. And I was like, okay, so we'll get a house first. So then my mom was like, well, I can marry you guys. And then we can have the huge celebration, the one where I wear the huge dress and walk down the aisle and all the bridesmaids and groomsmen later on. So we were like, why wait? Let's get married. We love each other. And my mom was like, she's ordained, so she married us, but she didn't want to marry us for the big wedding because she's like, I want to be the mother of the bride. So we're like, let's just do it. And we just go ahead. We just went and did it.
So you went and did this thing.
Yep.
And doing this thing, let's back up a little bit.
I want to know, how did they meet?
Okay. I want to know how they met too, baby. But can we talk about all that money? They just got to talk about all these grands.
Thinking about what we did.
So Byron want to hear about how you met. Let's talk about that in a few minutes. But you all got all this money. So what did you do with it? You invested it in your home, or you held on to it, or you started having babies and putting it in the bank? Oh, talk to me. Come on. Tell me about
it. We've been saving a lot since before they were. We planned her.
Okay.
Austin wasn't. So we just started planning, like we started saving money, but my mom was giving us money for the wedding. His dad was, my dad was, and his mom. And so now we're just taking all that money and putting it into a savings account, because this place where we have right now, we have another year here. So then after this is up, then we'll buy our house.
Wow.
All the money's just sitting there saving and accumulating interest and all that stuff.
Praise God. And a lot of young people can't talk about having that kind of money. Baby, before we dig into how they met, I know you told me a few minutes ago that you had a blessing you want to speak over them.
Yes, I'll do that.
Byron got a gift for you. Listen up, y'all. Listen up, y'all.
May the years ahead of you be filled with lasting joy. May today be the beginning of a long, happy life together. Best wishes on a wonderful journey as you build your new lives together. Wishing you joy, love, and happiness for your wedding and as you begin your real life together.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Thank you.
So Byron wanted to bless you all first. Now, babe, you said you had a question.
I want to know how they met.
Okay, come on, y'all. Tell the world, how did you all meet?
Just through friends, mutual friends.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just that simple?
Yeah, so we met a long time ago, maybe like 2000. What was that?
I don't
14?
Okay.
It could be 14, 15, yeah.
Yeah, we met but we weren't like meeting like, hey, such and such or anything like that. It was literally just
friends of friends.
Yeah, friends of friends. And then a couple years later, social media and things like that, we started following each other. We would talk every once in a while on there just about random things. And then as time went on, we started talking more and different things like that. And then we got a chance to hang out a couple times just around friends and things like that. And then we just talked more and then built a relationship. And then that's pretty much how it started for us, of just us hanging out more and more around other friends as like a group gathering. And then over time, we just started talking more and developing a relationship.
Just one meeting of us, just me and him one day. And we're like, wow, you're really cool. And he's like, you're really cool too. And then we just, after that, it was over. That was that.
I'm going to give you some information. I was going to UALR. I walked into Kentucky Fried Chicken, told my wife one time.
Mm-hmm.
For 3 weeks, I came back and I bought a box of chicken called Jumbo. And they got where they called me Jumbo. They would see me coming in a red Camaro and say, here comes Jumbo.
Yeah.
Get his order ready. But I wasn't coming for the chicken. I was coming to see her.
Ooh.
Aww.
Finally, the door opened to where her, back then they didn't have computers for orders. They wrote it all down.
He's talking about 1974.
1974.
Y'all probably wasn't born
They
then.
wasn't
Okay.
Ran out of ink, and I said, well, use mine, and when you get through, give me your phone number.
So he had a little
Whoa.
in 1974, y'all.
Yeah.
And
I was 16.
I was 16.
I was 20.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
16. Come on, can we break it on down? From 16 to 64. Okay.
Yeah, still looking good.
Years.
48 years. 48 years. Okay, baby. I'm glad you told them that. But you know, it's all about them tonight.
Yes.
It's all about you all.
But we have to give them a medium to stand on and see where we came
That's
from.
right. Y'all got to know a little bit about us,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Y'all. But now, a few minutes ago, I saw the mister. He did something like this here with his hand. And I saw that ring, that band, and I see the missus. She got the baby, but I see her hand thing all out there. So can you all go ahead and hold your hand up so the viewers can see? Ooh, what's that? They married, honey.
Yeah.
They married.
Yeah.
Oh, you all look beautiful. And another thing the viewers must know, you all are looking so dapper. You're looking so wonderful. I'm thinking, are those the outfits that you got married in?
Yes.
Ooh, so that's amazing. They came on the show. They gonna represent. Look at here. The first time ever, and this is a complete third season, we've celebrated 1 year with the amazing couples. But honey, we've never had a couple to come on with their wedding gear on.
All right.
We had to dress up for y'all, okay?
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Okay, let me see. This is what I wanted to know. They gave us a little information, but I want to dig even deeper. I said I wanted to talk about the wedding. And in today's time, there are so many different types of weddings. There are the elaborate, very expensive weddings. There are the traditional kinds with the church and the home. There are the courthouse. Baby, all we need is a justice or the peace. Or, baby, people may not receive this. Go on, let's go elope. So when you all got married, are you telling me your mom married you and it was on a smaller grand? Talk to us a little bit about that wedding.
Yeah, so our wedding, because we wanted to wait to have the big wedding and get our house and everything, our wedding that we had, what was it? The date 19th of the November 19th. I'm mad I forgot that. November 19th, we had a smaller wedding. Just very personal, with friends and family, about 30 people, 35 people all together.
Okay.
It was really small. It was beautiful. We just wanted it to be something where our loved ones can see us get married, read our vows, and then pretty much go from there. But we plan on having a bigger one. Yeah. And just my main thing with our wedding is I just want it to be about us and about our love and our bond, and not so much about everything else around it. Like, yes, I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be loving, good vibes, all that stuff. But I want it to be about our love more than anything.
And see, that's what I like right there. We're talking about young adults, a married couple, husband and wife, a family here, but that one word stuck out. LOVE. That's major. So many times people talk about their wedding, the attire, the bling, and all of this here, and you never hear love. Baby.
Love has so many definitions.
Exactly.
It has, I'm always there for you no matter what.
No matter what.
Let's the other one know, and plus vice versa, that they've always got somebody to depend on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third partner that is in the middle, and he's called Jesus Christ, because he bonds you together.
Oh, yeah.
And you got that foundation, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. But no matter what, you can always work them out.
Exactly. Yeah. On that note, honey, I want to find out from the Mrs. Look at your husband and tell me 3 things. And you're not just talking to me and Byron, you're talking to the world, because everybody's eyes is on you all. Look at hubby and tell me 3 things without a shadow of doubt that you know you have in common with the mister.
Our sense of humor, movie choices, like when we go to the movies and stuff like that, like our genre.
Not Netflix, but like
No,
actual movie theater.
movies.
Okay.
And
Okay.
our love, well, our the will to want to make our relationship last and not separate.
Okay.
We see so much separation with a couple of our friends, even our family members, and we do not want to go down that road. And we are like here and here when it comes to wanting to make our relationship work and not giving up. So
You know what? It takes communication to make it work.
Communication.
And takes sitting down, and there's not anything that cannot be worked out.
Exactly.
Willing to work it out and save a marriage is having problems can be saved because Jesus Christ, as long as you've got that foundation, you've got it made.
And looking at them, they seem to be pretty darn mature. Okay, is this? She just looked at her hubby and she just gave us some information on some things that they have in common. Okay, mister.
What about the mister? What have you got in common with your wife?
Come on.
What do we have in common?
Other than some things that she just shared with us.
I took the good ones.
Yeah, I gotta think now. Sense of humor, that was like the number one.
And that's so important. That's so important. Laughter. That's the whole concept of this show, love and laughter. So I'm glad you're focusing on that. But while you're thinking about those other things, honey, every couple, I don't care how long they've been married, sometimes there's something that they can look at the mister or they can look at the missus and they can say, that really gets on my nerves. Now, you all hadn't been married but 15 days, but you've been together for much longer than that. Sir, look at the missus and tell me and tell the world. I know you're newlywed, but go on, tell the truth. What really gets on your nerves about the missus?
She has a tendency to not pick up after herself when she does.
Shut up, hush. Go on, tell it.
It's like she'll do something, and sometimes I try to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, all right, she'll come back to it, she'll come pick it up, and sometimes she doesn't. And then when there's other times where she's doing it right then and there, I'll be like, babe, pick that up, and she'll be like, I'm going to because I wasn't done because I was doing this and this and that, and it's like, but last time you didn't pick it up. But this time when I say something, so it's like sometimes she has a tendency not to finish doing what she was doing.
Oh, okay. Now, you know, this is a fair game. It's a show. You know, if you had the opportunity to share about what kind of gets on your nerves regarding her, okay, Mrs. Don't tell the truth. Look at your husband. Girl, what gets on your nerves about the mister?
Well, I thought he was gonna go a different route with his answer.
Oh, I didn't want to do that to you.
No. To say it because you get so mad. Everybody has to fart.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute! Come on!
and I'm not gonna lie, I fart a lot. He gets so upset about it, and I know. Okay, he's saying he's just mad because they smell, but like, he's like, well, mine don't, but mine do smell. But it's like I'm not about to hold it in, so. Okay. I get so mad that he gets so mad. He literally will walk out the room and be like, I'm gonna sleep on the couch because you farted.
Well, my goodness, come on now. I think I'm on his side. I think I'm on his side.
Thank you.
But thank you. Honey, this is so funny because they've been together for a while, but just been married for 15 days. They are real familiar with each other. Sure. Oh, I love it. And you got to be able to keep that romance, like Byron said, that communication. You have God first. You got to have that trust factor, and you must have some laughter. You got to laugh, baby, because some days the little one in your arm, she may be whining. She may be making you want to pull your hair out. So you all within each other, husband and wife, you got to find something to laugh about.
And there's something else.
Well, baby.
That communication is not always voice. You got to be able to read one another by the way they act.
That's it. That's it. Baby, what I'm thinking.
I'm reading. No, I know what. I can walk in a room and I can tell by her disposition something's wrong. What is it? Might as well tell me now. Get mad or upset with me. I'm the type of person that I don't argue back.
He does.
I get quiet. I'm about as quiet. I can go 2 days.
And then give me like, will you say something? Just fuss, do something.
That's him. That's him too.
That's you too.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
Same thing.
He's the same. He can go days. Like he will. Just he shuts down. He's a shutdowner.
Oh,
you are too. Yeah, you know.
Well, as long as you don't shut down too long now.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm like, just talk to me. We can talk about it, blah, blah, and then he'll come around. But we strive for communication because that's how our felt. Like we talked about past relationships and not having communication. So we like this is number one. Communication and trust is the big ones in our relationship that we strive to make sure that we're doing.
I like that. I like that, honey. You remember what attracted you to me?
Well, the first thing I looked at was that shape.
Oh, you mean tell me at age 16, I just wasn't a pencil? I had a shape?
You had a shape, and then her like attitude about things. That joyful laugh she had, you know, I picked up every time I came, I listened to the way she talked. Yeah, you know, and I felt like, hey, I'm gonna come back tomorrow night. And it wasn't long before, even after I got a phone number, and I met her mother, we started going out, that I was actually working there in the evenings, mopping the floor at Kentucky Fried Chicken, trying to get her out early.
And you can't go on nobody's job, y'all, and start working there. So that was, again, back in the day. But let me ask this question. The Mr. and the Mrs., looking at both of you all, what was it, Candace, that attracted you to your husband? What was it?
Well, first, I looked at him. His waves, like, okay, he needs a haircut right now. But normally he's like super crispy. His eyes, he has like hazily eyes. They're beautiful. And I just was like, oh, he's just caramel, yummy man.
Oh, he had the look, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, like his sense of humor, he's hilarious and could always make me laugh. He's just likes to party and stuff like that. So at the time we were on the same page and I was just like, yeah, we're cool. And then once we finally sat down and actually had a conversation, I was like, wow, you are really, I like you. And we had so much in common, and I didn't think we did, but we really did. So that was kind of cool.
Wow. Dellontae, tell me and tell Byron and the world, what was it about your wife that you said, oh my goodness?
She's beautiful. So that was one of the first things, of course, caught my eye. Second thing, like we said earlier, sense of humor. Like our sense of humor was so alike. It was like easy to just be around her, talk about things because we felt the same things were funny and stuff like that. And then her personality, she has a really outgoing personality and I'm more of an introvert. So she balances me and brings out my outgoing side. Because most times I'm just sitting there, just literally no matter who I'm around, I'm an introvert until she comes around. And then, you know, lives up the party and then I go above that to live it up.
And I'm hearing, in other words, it sounds like she brings the best out of him.
Well, that's what you.
Yeah. I know.
I'm like low key. Like the guy that's steady, the rock, and if she gets out there too far away from me, I'm pulling her in. I'm bringing her in. Hey, look, let's settle down a little bit. We're together. Let's be here. Like, hey.
Okay, Byron. Okay.
Yeah, I'm that way.
Okay.
But she can bring out the best of me, and I'll talk more than she does.
Yeah.
And that actually happens all the time.
Okay. Let's talk about this. We're talking about, did we mention is it 2 children or 3? How many children?
2.
2 children. With the 2 children, do you all parent the same way in terms of discipline and all of that? Well, I know you don't have to discipline the little one, but the other, how do you all do that?
I think we're pretty much, we're the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a lot of conversation of how we want to parent. We kind of want it to be the same. We don't want it to be too different when they're coming to us. We don't want one to be like the disciplinarian, and then one to be more of the communicator and things like that. So we both try to be the communicator with our child before anything, with our children before anything, and try to parent pretty much the same.
I will say that when it comes to stuff like that, I feel like he has more patience than I do.
Oh yeah, I was.
Oh, yeah.
So, but when he, like my son, because he's 2.5, so that they call it the terrible twos and stuff like that. When he's just acting out or something, I'm like, go to your daddy, because I cannot. I'm like, I don't want to be mean, so I'm just like, let him handle it.
Yeah, I will say I'm more of the one that, like she said, that's patient. So it's like when he comes to me, it like literally tears, crying, whatever. It's like, okay, just calm down and talk to me. And she's more of the, Austin, go get your daddy.
You're fine. And then versus he's like trying to talk to him and communicate, which I'm getting to the point where I have to learn. I'm like, he's super smart. He's very advanced. But at the same time, he's still a baby, and I have to realize that. So he's more of he knows it right off the bat. Me, I'm like, okay, I got to remind myself. And I get mad. So that's the difference. But we parent basically the same.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a blessing.
I'll tell you something that kids do, though. When you all have an argument and it seems like things get real bad, all of a sudden your kids actually bring you together, because that's your responsibility. They depend on you. And then you kind of have to focus together and realize that their lives for a period of time is you're going to help them grow up and have, instill something in their lives, what they need to be, want them to be. And that's always going to be first. It's going to be ahead of everything else you do.
I like the way you said that, hon, because so many times parents, especially if it's a newlywed, and a lot of times young couples, a lot of times they may have disagreements, and these disagreements are in front of the children.
Yeah.
And we know that's a no-no, because the kids can really pick up on that.
That's
but
right.
I want to talk a little bit about a couple of things before we get off of here. Your career and prayer. Prayer is so important. Honey, can you share some things regarding our prayer life?
At first, when we got married, we didn't have Jesus Christ in our life. It took a period of time and adjustments and even problems to get that in our lives, and for us to build a working frame together, a communication frame together. And then we learned, we went to church, and we just called it went to church didn't mean that we went to church Sunday, but we had 6 other days to be ourselves, to do what we want.
And not only that, babe, I tell people I was straddling the fence. Yeah. Oh boy, when I needed something, I'm calling on Christ, I'm calling on Jesus. But when everything was just flowing in the relationship or on the job, I'm doing my own thing, like I got my own powers. And so that's one thing.
That has changed.
Oh yeah.
Between us. Now we talk to Jesus on a daily basis together.
Just like this, Jesus.
Yeah. At time we read the Bible together. At dinner time, we're looking over verses. It's not just when we have problems. It's a daily thing.
Right.
And I have what I call my time that I sit and I meditate and think about and talk to Christ and go through all my life. Well, what is next? What am I doing here? Or do I need to call somebody that I might have been misused or hurt their feelings? To get that straightened out. All kinds of things go through your mind. But one of the main things that I want to focus on is we develop nightly reading the Bible together. And there's not a night that I don't reach over to hold my wife's hand and we get closer together. We've developed that over the years.
And I'm glad you said that, because when we were their age,
Yeah.
we were looking at each other like we didn't want to hear that. We weren't doing all of that, but over time.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that this young couple is sitting before us, because again, we've been there, we've done that, and we hope and we pray that something that we're saying tonight can resonate with you all. And I want to tell the viewers, because I want to tap in on the career real quick.
I
And
mentioned
then,
that we didn't have a book to go by.
no, we did not. No,
No.
everything is by trial and error.
Error.
But when I was talking to Candace and we were putting all this together, she mentioned her career. She's a semi-finished tiara rep. And Dellontae, did I get it right?
Well, I'm a semi-finished assistant. He's the IT rep.
He's the IT rep. Okay. So with all of that, can you tell us a little bit about your jobs, about your careers? Do you have you been there? That kind of stuff.
I've been at mine. I like it. I've been there for 8 years.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm straddling the fence on either leaving or just, I think I need like a change of scenery or something like that. I don't know. So I'm looking here and there, but like now that I have the babies, it's like I might do something part-time just so that I could be with them more, because daycare is so expensive.
Yes, it is.
And you can't trust everybody with your kids. So I was like, I'd rather just work a little bit, but then take my time and be with them a little bit, not just fully be a stay-at-home, because I still do want to work, but I do. I mean, I like my job. It's just I'm an assistant and I work with paint. It used to be called DuPont, but it's called Axalta now. And I just work with like these batch cards. I'm kind of like an auditor, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then for me, I got an IT just after a while of not figuring out or not knowing what I wanted to do as far as career path. I wanted to be a nurse, then I wanted to do journalism and things like that. But I eventually just ended up being with IT. As far as my career now, I like it. I like the challenge of IT, of figuring out what's wrong. I like figuring out issues. I'm very solution-based when it comes to issues. I don't look at the problem so much. The only thing is me being an introvert and having to talk to users every day at the hospital who are under a lot of pressure and are doing a lot of other things. They're very stressed. So when they come to talk to me, sometimes their stress comes out with me and I have to recorrect their energy to figure out the solution.
Okay.
But as far as that, I plan on doing it for a while until I can figure out what I can do to either create my own business or something like that. Like right now, I'm into photography, trying to get that off the ground as much as I can and different things like that. So yeah, it's just a placeholder right now.
Right. Well, you all sound in love, and you all are just a beautiful couple. You sound so mature. It's just blessing me to watch you all. But there's a lot of people out there, single individuals. A lot of individuals are in relationships, in marriages, but having all kinds of challenges. So this is what I want you all to do in closing. I want you all to look out straight through that computer, and I want you all to talk to the ladies, first of all, as a couple. Talk to the ladies on just a little dab of advice if they are desiring marriage, and the guys, a little advice if he's desiring marriage but sort of trembling in his boots. Ooh wee, I'm single. I want to get married, but oh, should I do this here? So talk to the viewers if you don't mind.
I feel like for women, keep your clothes on. We're in this generation with everything just out in the open, and I'm like, when there's nothing, I mean, for the man wise, like there's nothing left to the imagination because everything out there. So it's like, just, keep the clothes on and just be wholesome.
I like that. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this generation. Woo, I'm like, 12-year-olds out here, and I'm like, the stuff I used to wear with compared to now is completely different. So
Yes.
that's one thing. And I just feel like I don't know, just take time, don't rush it, and don't just go for the the first person you see, or the first person that's paying attention to, like giving you attention. And I just feel like don't chase, just let it, because I felt like with our situation it just happened.
Okay.
I wasn't looking, he wasn't looking, and God brought us together. So I just feel like you shouldn't just go chasing, trying to find it, because I want love so bad, I'm gonna just pick the first person I see. So just say wait and just give it time, and pray about it. I prayed for him.
Did you pray to me, and girl? Did you pray?
Oh yeah, I sure did.
What you gotta say about all that, Dellontae?
For me, I feel like it's kind of difficult to speak to just general women and men, because like so many people are in different positions. But like she said, praying on it definitely helps, because I pray for a wife, I pray for a woman like this. Two, I would say loyalty is a really big thing. When you get into a relationship, if you don't want to do it no more, then don't do it no more, and let them know that you don't want to do it no more, because loyalty is really big to me. Three, communication, like you guys were preaching on. Being able to communicate your feelings, being able to take people's communication in and figuring out the solution to that. And then four, knowing that you want to get into a relationship, or you want to get into a marriage, and knowing what you want in that marriage, in that relationship. Because a lot of people get into a relationship not knowing what they want, or like she said, like, it'll just happen. But within that just happening, figure out what you want in this, and be willing to communicate and things like that. So yeah, I would say those are like my four biggest things.
What you think about all that, honey? They said a mouthful.
Yeah, got a working foundation.
Exactly. It takes two to tangle in anything. But this is what I tell viewers, speaking from an example of our marriage and then going strictly to the word. Guys, you all are supposed to find the woman. Ladies, quit going out there trying to find your man. You pray about the guy, go to Jesus, write everything down. You want him to do this, you want him like this, you want this and that. And guess what? When it's all said and done, when it's going to be a long-lasting relationship, the guy will find the wife. What do you think about that, baby?
That's 100% right, because when I saw her, I wasn't looking just for a short-term relationship. I was looking for a wife, and that was the only wife I was ever going to have. That's the way my mind was set. I was going to make sure in my heart that I was going to do everything I could to make this work, no matter what kind of problems we had.
And with that being said, we've had our ups and we've had our downs.
Yes. I saw a lot of relationships fold within 6 months. ULR, and I knew pretty much the party routine, what was happening out there. I didn't want that. I wanted a simple home life. I wanted to be happy with one person.
And I got that you said happiness. I want to close the show out by speaking some wisdom over you all. Again, what I'm looking at, I am so grateful that in today's time, in 2022, there are some happy young people that's married, that's raising a family. That is so important and mature. We're talking about they're working on savings. They're working on getting their house in order, a home, and the careers and all of that. It's just blessing me. So this is for the Johnsons. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ, God forgave you. Love and faithfulness meet together. Righteousness and peace kiss each other. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Be devoted to one another in love. And in closing, we were thinking about how can we bless this couple? We wanted something cute and sweet. So behind us, if you've been seeing us, we've been sort of sipping out of our amazing cup. But since you all has been married 15 days, Honey Bun said, well, why don't we just give them some love glasses? Here you go, baby. So you all going to receive some love. Can y'all see that? Let me move this tissue out of there.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Y'all gonna get y'all some love glasses, and with all the little hearts on each one of these branches, the branches, these limbs, that's representing your life with Christ. It has to be God first. And don't let nothing and no one get in between you all.
Mhm.
Let no one get too close to you all. When anybody that don't supposed to be in that marriage, get them out.
Mhm.
Get them out. If you have to take a broom to get them out, or just want to take a deep breath and blow them out. Okay? It's your marriage. The Johnsons is your family.
Yeah, and they depend on them.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't let anything happen to your marriage, because if anything happens between both of y'all, you've not just destroyed what y'all have, you've destroyed their lives.
Them baby. Yeah.
You can't do that. They have to come first. And like I said, anybody can try to get between. They can look up at your husband and say, God, you look great. Or your wife. There's still people out there that's going to look at you and think, you know, just because you're married doesn't mean anything, but it does mean anything, because you made vows not to just one another. You made them to Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And you don't want to break them.
So y'all, we get ready to dance on out of here, okay? So had you had an opportunity to hear our jingle, The Amazing Couple, but we're getting ready to push a little button. We want you to hear Stepping It Up, and remember, you're in this here for a lifetime. Keep on loving on each other. Keep on praying. Keep on laughing.
Keep on living together.
Okay, let's hear this here, y'all. Closing it out. Let's see.
Stepping it up. We're stepping it up. Laughing, loving, amazing couples. We're stepping it up. Laughing,
amazing,
loving, amazing. Amazing couples. We're stepping it up.
Woo! That's it, y'all. We love you all. We appreciate you all. And you all will be hearing from us real soon. And your show was the first episode on season 3. Let's give it up for the amazing couples, the Johnsons. See y'all later.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye, y'all.
You too. Bye.